welcome to the Elevate Show. And of course, if it's a Wednesday evening, then you know by my side is the one, the only Benjamin Zulu.
Thank you. Thank you.
You look good.
And you look good too. The detail.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So today the conversation is about fame versus reality. And we have had quite a few people on the show who have been on the limelight for quite a bit.
Yep.
But when they sit and share the story of what happens behind the scenes and what it takes for them to step up and smile and show up, and we go to them,
Yes.
feed off them, we just take their energies.
Yes.
But where do they go? What happens to them?
And Mikali, that's very important. Fame versus reality. I told you about fame, that when you become known by more people, they place the expectations on you that you're a celeb and you should live a certain standard of life.
Yes.
Should be better than them.
Yeah.
Should wear better than them, drive better than them. They don't care whether just being popular translates to money, but they care that you should not just look common and that you will trend for wearing a common thing, for shopping a common place, for driving a common thing.
Eating at a common place.
So there's something you lose. I know TikTok people nowadays want to trend, to be famous, to trend.
Yeah.
As you become popular, you are losing your right to be simple.
Yeah, that is so true.
To live on a low budget.
Yes.
You are losing your right to be anonymous.
Yes.
To move around.
To live freely.
There's something, young people, stop rushing to fame before you have staying power to continue delivering on the level of expectation. Yes, you don't swing with the masses expectation, but once you become a brand, there's an expectation on that brand. Yeah. So stop trying to people want to ignite just to do something and become known by many people. They don't even know how to translate it to money. These figures were shown, and this is the contrast. We know art, we know performing arts, we know comedian, musicians, people on stage who perform, we know stage performing arts,
yes.
But we don't know how to translate that to money. Statistics showed that 75%, or was it 80%, a very huge percentage of millionaires are entrepreneurs. Yes. The world millionaires are entrepreneurs. And when you go to the other percentage, about 17 or something like that, was people who inherited it, people who artists and athletes form 3%, a paltry 3% of millionaires in the world. Athletes and artists, they're broke, they're famous, but they don't have the money.
3%.
The guys who have money are entrepreneurs.
Oh, goodness.
If you don't know how to turn your art into business, you'll be broke forever.
Oh my goodness.
But there's no class about it. No. Nobody prepares how to package it, because many people just know how to perform. They don't know how to commoditize their service and say, this kind of commodity lasting this long, delivering this, I charge this much. It's a technical business class, but where is it taught? You must teach yourself. The artist lives for the high moments of performance. They live for that show, for that stage, for that moment. So when they are young, when they're starting up, when they're just a startup, people just tip them. They don't pay them. They don't have commodities to sell, and they just want the stage. You know, the problem with art is that it aches. You know, creativity is a tormenting thing.
True.
If you don't perform it, it will kill you. You must go somewhere. You must do it.
Yes.
So you feel relief when you release it. When you engage it, you feel wow. So sometimes we go for the reward, the emotional reward, not the financial reward. So we don't know. We don't know at what point to stop performing for the enjoyment. Yeah, I enjoyed it too. You know, thank you for coming. Yeah. Oh, you're such a miracle. People give you flatter rewards with no money. And because you don't know how to commoditize, that's one reason that I teach people alongside Love Live and finding the one you belong to, how to sell your services and make a fortune. If you don't learn how to make a fortune, you only make a living. And when you make a living, you're just a paid slave. Before the next gig, you are running broke, you are borrowing, you are in debts. Before the next gig, you are asking here, asking there, cutting down, embarrassed. That's why when they get a crisis, any small crisis, there's no small crisis, but just problems of life. They need,
it's true.
They need donations. They need help. They start begging. The person who used to entertain us now is collapsing and they can't afford small basic things. They're running out of rent. When COVID locked and there was a year or two, then we learned they had no other source of income. These people don't even have a motorcycle operating on the road. People don't even have a Porsche Melo, a tuk-tuk, you know. People don't have anything, or a treasury bills of 100,000, nothing. One of the comedians, Eric Omondi, shared a funny story. When he was paid $1 million, the first time he saw $1 million, he rushed to the Mercedes shop to go buy a Mercedes. And his mentor was trying to stop him, to intercept him. He's not receiving the calls. Don't buy Mercedes, pay rent, pass. He's running up. He managed to catch up with him before he bought the Mercedes. But the guy would have bought that's how he used to underestimate me. Wait, I'm coming back. Hey, machine, yes. So we have an image. And then, Mikali, it's not just comedians. I want to invite anyone who's trying to put all their weight of life behind music, behind singing. I'm a gospel artist. I'm a this, and people are just going, I'm a rapper, I'm this, and they know a few elements who succeeded a lot. They know Trio Mio, they know, they know somebody else made it, and they really follow that person, and they're all over. They're hypnotized. You see them, they're hypnotized by that person. But you look at Trio Mio as a manager behind him. Who decides how much he should charge, where he should show up, in the name of the mother. Whether it is your mother or whoever, there's always a business component of your work. If there's no business component with a coach, with a person to rein in on you, tell you, do you know how many times I've been disappointed? I sat there in pain because my team refused that event. I could not attend. Me, I wanted to just go perform, but it's not making sense business-wise.
That's true.
Now, lastly, to tell you another problem with our artists and what we are not taught. We know how to do time management, but you don't know how to do energy management.
Explain.
Artists operate on energy.
Yes.
When an artist is bored and yawning, they can't deliver.
No. That is true.
When an artist is hungry, when they've just gone through a breakup, when the girlfriend is not texting back, artists are so delicate. Anything, even flu. Anything. Yes. Even bad stomach. I mean, God forbid. If an artist has a running stomach, they also must run. So, I mean, so the work of performance is so dependent on your well-being, on your moods, on the weather, everything. Yes. And you need to get somewhere and refresh and just bring yourself to a good mind. If you quarrel, I don't know with who. You must find a way to remove that. Yes. So we know time management, that you can schedule for 2 hours, I'll do this, for the other hour, I'll do this. The normal corporate world and the normal business people just know about time management, and mostly it works. Yeah. Because it does not depend so much of energy. It depends on them to just attend to customers, sell that one, submit the email. Have you done the check? I am expecting that. Okay, compile it. Yes. Most of the other business. But the artist can appear there for 1 hour and bore people to death. That's true. The artist must do energy management. So energy management involves the following. Every artist must know what lifts their moods to the peak. Every artist must know what they can do, the kind of content they can watch, and they're in the perfect mental state to be creative. Creative work is so delicate, It's like a butterfly, very beautiful but very fragile, Yes. So many artists have not been taught that your mood, your personality, your energy, even fatigue, just overstretching. Sometimes events come over December, over holiday, and there are so many of them together. Because you say 3 months without a gig, you want to take all of them. To make sure you have some money by the time. So people, the other people unwind by drinking. Yeah. Okay? The normal people, they go clubbing, partying. It's a way to relax. If the artists go somewhere where they're spending more energy, tomorrow they'll be deadbeat. Yes. You've heard how you to manage artists is so hard because you must teach them energy management, and it's not a common concept out here. They think you are restricting them. Yes. If you do not tell them that you must have enough sleep, hydrate, you're going to studio, but you're groggy, your eyes look funny, your voice look funny. We try to touch up. Well, these people do on screen, like you know that world. Yes. Your producer is so keen that you look presentable on screen. Yeah. There's a way you can appear on screen, people can tell your smile is fading too quickly. You're just so distracted, and you can't wait, and you're not there. Yes. People are saying, Mikaliana punch, what happened?
Yeah. Talk about energy drink.
And it could just be a zip that is not working. That failed here. Yep. So to tell you, if you don't know how to manage energy, you can spend your years, 10 years, 20 years underperforming. Every time the chance comes, you go under. Because you overperformed for a 10 shilling gig, that the 10,000 gig, you have no energy for it. Yeah. And all these big gigs usually roll over. Yes. You become famous that you can deliver on that level. Yeah. Some people, you've seen them perform on a show like this, but you say, let me now refer you to a real conference where you can be paid. On the real conference, they fail you flat. They
and you're wondering what happened.
Daudi Muzalabani, D+. You wonder what Where are you? What is, you wonder, what changed?
Yes.
Here they were in the right energy. There they have nobody to compact their energy. Another element of the energy is who hosts you, who gives you the energetic platform, who is handling your small things.
Yeah.
The fact that there's a phone buzzing on my pocket, or I forgot my handkerchief, or I did not use a perfume, or just this trouser not quite. You need a manager. Small things. Also, the person who tells you what this is, what you're expected to do. So I'm just inviting everybody, depending on their art, that you don't just depend on managing time or managing your years. For this year, my goal is this. What is your energy? How much fitness? And we can, by just looking fit, by looking in the right shape. I know that people make fun of their huge shape and they're making fun of how big they are. If your body is part of your assets, go ahead, but you need health. You need well-being. Yeah. And we say when you appear on date and you're trying to present yourself as the future wife for this guy, future husband, you should not look like a crisis. Otherwise, you're asking me to come and become a nurse. Because if you're already struggling to manage, your body is about to burst. What am I going to do? And I have to be delicate to be careful with you. There's some things I can't do with you lest I hurt you and then I'm accused. Would you see this guy can't do some things? Well, are you asking him to do some things? Then there's a bed accident. Then there's an explanation in a hospital, because you look like a crisis. I had a classmate who was big and used to enjoy, you would eat a lot of food. Then you wear t-shirts called Viumbe Wazito, heavy creatures, and that is his brand, When he sits on a table, he must sit a certain way because the body, you think leaning forward is normal. This is a luxury. Some people can't lean forward. They lean backwards, and we say there's a genetics. Some people it's genetics, but some people they just have a sweet tooth, taking life easy, and you only live once,
Yes,
so, you can say you are an artist, but if you are sweating and you're almost collapsing, we are almost also managing you, giving you water, and holding back. Guys, just stop it. Don't laugh too much. This guy may collapse. We don't want a crisis on stage. Don't forget that this is the only asset you have to perform with. True. And we call it the first act of love. And I saw this quote saying, if you don't pick a day for your wellness, the body will pick one for illness. If you don't make time for wellness, you make it for illness. Yes. And if you don't pick a time of practice, time of rejuvenation, your body will pick it for you. And it will pick the most inconvenient.
Yes.
When you had a paying gig, yes. And all of a sudden you're down. Just to tell you, don't depend on art when you have not taken yourself to go and study. I've written books to people, just package their skill, commodity, because I had to do that. I'm selling in a very unconventional market where there's no price list set by a certain board of government saying, doctors on this rank, job group rank, this is the scale. Nobody is giving scale for artists to be paid because your competency varies. It is you now to convince the world that you're worth that much. Absolutely. Nowadays we have free TV. Nowadays we have free social media. You can brand yourself there like the answer. And we say it, you have arrived when your name is the answer for a particular question. Who can hype these people? If you're looking for hype, if you're looking for this, with the moment you become the answer, when people are looking for, now you can charge. Now, if Mwikali is still uninformed that she's being too friendly, people pleaser, empath, it's not about money all the time. I really believe that philosophy of life, we should live above, we should just be above all these things. I'm not materialistic. It's not to deliver. And I feel like I've changed my generation, looking at the far future, to impact generation. Okay, you guys, whatever you give me, so we give you 2,500 and we bless you a lot. We really shower you. The person they give to manage event is a sweet mouth. They really massage you. Yes. Oh, you are so good. Thank you. And then you go home empty. House rent, standard of life. You still go home empty. Mikali to tell you, if you're depending on art, go learn how to sell yourself and learn to say the word no. Learn to say the word this one. I usually say no and then now. This one, no. This one, now.
Yes.
No,
now.
No, and
now.
Artists learn that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Woo-hoo. Hii class ni yangu. Oh my goodness. The guest that we have on the show today is a comedian, and his story is not for tumwone huruma na vitu kama hizo, no. It shows struggle and resilience, and he has done so many other things other than just being on stage as a comedian, and he will be telling us all about that after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Dante Squiro. Welcome back to the Elevate Show, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, Dante Squirrel in the building. Dante, fanya ile kitu.
Yo guys, it's your boy Squirrel, the guy who told dark handsome nice for only ladies to decide.
Hey! Hiyo laini ulitengeneza mwaka gani? And what inspired it?
Nilitengeneza kitambo, hata si mimi nilitengeneza.
Ukweli? We.
Butite ndo alinitengenezea.
Hiyo jina. Na kujiita Dante Squirrel. Oh, jina yako ya kitambulisho inasema?
Daniel.
So Dante. Alafu Squirrel.
Squirrel sasa ni jina nilipewa nikiwa shule.
Primary ama high school?
Primary, alafu nikiingia high school tena wakanipea.
Aya, same name.
Nikasema
ukakoma nayo?
Nikasema iende nayo.
Okay. Dante umegrow mtaa gani?
Nakuru. Kutoka nursery mpaka high school. Nilienda Bati Boys na St. Nicholas high school, alafu Creator Primary.
Okay. And then so Nakuru na Nairobi is where you've grown up. But hiyo kitu ya comedy ilitokelezea ukiwa high school ama ilitokelezea primary ama pengine ilikuja after high school?
Ilitokea nikiwa high school. High school ndo hiyo passion ya comedy ilianza, lakini wajuli ilikuwa mwoga kusimama mbele ya watu.
Kwa nini?
Ili huyu ataniona aje. So hiyo uoga nilikuwa nayo. So vile nilitoka high school nikapatana chipukizi. Chipuka niambia, bro unafanya kitu. Situfanya kitu, nikamwambia bro wenyewe kusema ukweli mimi nakuanga mwoga, siwezi simama mbele ya watu. Akaniambia fanya hivi, enda ujitafute, alafu baadaye unitafute. Nikakaa chini bana. Nikakaa chini. Sasa watu nikisimama mbele ya watanikula. Hizi nikula ile kitu wanaweza fanya, maybe wanicheke. So after 6 months nikatafuta chipukizi. Nikamwambia bro sasa I'm ready. So alikuwa na comedy club yake. So akanichukua, nikapewa mentorship hapo. Vile unaweza crack jokes. So tukaanzia hapo. Show ya kwanza aliniambia wewe kuja uo show tu, alafu uone vile inakuanga. So show ya kwanza nikaona jokes inaundwa hivi, punchline inawekwa hivi. So show next akaniambia sasa wewe upige. So show next bana iliuoa.
Kupanda mlima?
Mimi sipandangi mlima mimi. Mimi sipandangi mlima. So nikaoa, ikanipea hiyo confidence that I can do it.
Okay. We talked earlier and you'd mentioned how in primary school there was a lot of bullying that probably your confidence may grow way later, especially after your meeting with Chipukizi. But what was it about your confidence yenye ilikuwa inafanya usisikie ni kama unaweza simama mbele ya watu ama unaweza ongea hata mbele ya class?
Okay, nikiwa primary ilikuwa class 6 hapo. Teacher alikuwa ananibula hapo. So unajua subject yake mimi siko napita.
Ilikuwa subject gani?
English.
English.
English yenyewe. Teacher akiingia hivi. So teacher alikuwa anakuambia, "Wewe Blackie, mbona huwezi perform?"
Okay.
Wewe unafaa kwenda ukaa na wenzako kwa game park. So hiyo sasa ili demoralize sasa. So akikuja kwa class si kuona ongea na watu. Juu sasa ashanitoa nje. So hata hiyo subject yake sijui nilipata ngapi.
Tuambie tu, achake, this is a safe space.
Nilipata D-.
Ulipata grade, ni grade. Alikuwa anaweza kuigrade, so iko tu sawa. Uko tu sawa. So umekuja umeingia sasa comedy, and you know if you're already working with people like Chipukizi, that already throws you to the limelight. Na sijui kama ulikuwa umesikiza the first part of the show, were you ready for that kind of exposure? Ulikuwa unajua ni nini unafaa kuvaa aje, kukula aje, kutembea aje? Mathri bado utapanda ama ni Uber? Saizi life imechange.
So nilikuwa ready. Ile time aliniambia yeye ujitafute, nikajiuliza maswali. Juu nikianza lazima kutakuwa na pressure, fame nini. So nilikuwa ready nayo.
Na ulihandle aje venye ilikam?
Mimi sinanga pressure na vitu. So vile inakuja ikuje tu. Kama kuna siku tulikuwa mtaa home. Nimeingia hapo kwa hoteli kukula. Kuna madem hapo wamchukua simu waanze kunirecord. Atu kama unakulana kwa kibanda. Mimi ni nani nikazima masikio nikaendelea kukula.
Ukaendelea na maisha.
So ukijipea hiyo pressure ndio itakumaliza. Juu fame nayo ni kitu iko tricky sana. Au uweze tembea ukipanda, yani washaanza kuangalia si ni ule huyu, ni ule. So but ukijeke kwa akili mimi ni superstar nini, itakumaliza.
Okay. So una build pole pole on what it is that you want to be. But then umekuwa kwa industry sasa for how long?
4 years.
4 years.
Since 2021.
Na imekuwa aje? Kumekuwa na challenges hivi na vile, kwa sababu unaona kwanza umeingia time ya COVID. That means hakuna hata magig. So umeingia alafu sasa tunakaa home. So how are you able to change that or to make it work for you?
So lilianza stand up, lilianzanga 2019 hapo. Ikashika. So vile corona iliingia, sasa tukaingia online. But hiyo time nilikuwa na job kwa TV. Ilikuwa saitaswa. Ilikuwa casting.
Casting agent. Okay.
So nilikuwa nafanya comedy kama part time na hii nilikuwa na balance zote. So COVID haikuni affect hiyo sana.
Okay. And what are some of the challenges that you've experienced properly as a star out there doing his comedy work and trying to also live a balanced life?
Okay, challenges ni mingi, ni mob sana. So unajua vile Zula amesema pesa. Unaweza ito show. Kuna siku nimeitwa show hapa Embakasi. Tumesikizana na promoter, niaje nikikuja utafanya hivi. Akasema sawa. Aje show ipigwe mpaka midnight. Shaingia mitini. Na wewe.
Promoter?
Hiyo sasa vile ulikuwa umeagree na yeye atakulipa hivi. So mna show imeisha na watu kutu hapa. Yani ashaingia mitini. Ashakula kona.
Yes.
So
mlikuwa mmeongea tu ya mdomo ama mmeandikiana? Kwa sababu
tumeongea tu ni mtu namjua.
Ni handshake. Ni
mtu namjua.
Ni wale tuliongelelea Zulu.
Ni mtu namjua nikaona huyu hizi nifanye hivyo. Wapi? Kula kule nyingine safi. So imefika wana hapo. Na unajua kuna vile umeuo show, audience imebambika. Na wewe sasa promoter ameenda. Sasa unapiga hesabu utafika aje home. Yeye ashaana amezima simu, huwezi mreach. So ilikuwa hizo challenges.
Na hakuwahi kusort hadi leo.
Alienda sijui aliniblock ama nini. After 2 years later tukapatana tulikuwa nimeenda kuperform huko na Nyuki kwa Hebe. Tukapatana hapo. Akajaribu bro, unajua siku walikuwa wamevunja vitu, hata entrance haiko kuoa, sijui nini. Niambia wewe move on wewe.
Ni sawa.
Kitu ulifanya. But saa hii ukitaka kuniita itabidi umecheza kama wewe kwanza. Deposit alafu ndo nikuje.
And there's something that also Zulu mentioned earlier, how sometimes as artists tunakuanga tuko driven sana na kuperform kwa sababu inakuwasha. Kama hauperform unashangaa hakuna kitu kingine inakupatia joy other than kukua kwa hiyo stage na kupiga hiyo comedy yako ama skit kurecord na vitu kama hizo. But have you worked out the behind the scenes of things? Uko na manager mwenye rate card, vitu kama hizo zenye anakusaidia kukuongelelea in places zenye watu wenye wanakujua wanakutreat venye wanajisikia, lakini wakipatana na manager wako wanamtreat better. Do you have like stuff like that?
So kuna mmoja tulikuwa na watu na yeye. So alileta tu zile zile ujanja. Kuna siku aliniharibianga deal.
Ala.
Deal ya ilikuwa nimepata brand ambassador. So amena amecheza mbaya, hiyo deal ikaenda deal ya pesa poa. Alafu akaniacha hivyo kwa mataa. So nikaona sasa siri nijipush peke yangu, iki hapo mbele kama kuna the right person atakuja tutawork na yeye. Juni msee namjua, tumegrow na yeye. Ile time sasa lilipick.
Tumeambiwa tuache.
Ile time
sema tumeambiwa hao ndio the worst.
So ile time nimepika akaniambia aje bro, work bana. When boys. So tupige hii shughuli. Wow. So vile alifanya hivyo, na mimi nilikuwa namlipa. Nikienda gig, akona hiyo percentage yake kama yangu. Na yeye hata hakuna fanya kazi. So mimi nilikuwa najipush, kazi ikukuja akutoa hapo. So nikamwambia bro, yeye iwezi. Inayo wacha nipige shughuli zangu. Wewe pige zako. Kama tutapatana huko mbele ni sawa.
So where are you at now when it comes to building your brand, putting your name out there, and not growing your brand tu kuonekana kama star, like grow structures zenye zitakusimamisha even when uko mbele akikuja napata kuna vitu umejipanga?
Okay, for now, najua vile huyu alinifanya hivyo, ilibidi sasa nianze kulani hizo mambo ya industry, entertainment, showbiz. So but mambo ilikuja ika crash kwanza. Nikasema wacha ni learn nikifanya kazi huko mbele, at least nitakuwa nimefunguka akili that hii itakuwa hivi. So sijakuwa na mtu apart from ule wenye hakuna mwingine nimekuwa na yeye.
But in terms of holding your own, imekuwa tu sawa, you're able to live off comedy completely?
Ilikuwa imefika mahali hata ilikuwa almost kusema to hell. Ilikuwa imebaki hivi kidogo ni give up.
What happened?
Juu uko peke yako, una push peke yako. Hiyo marketing nini ilikuwa na shoot video na zirusha tu hapo, wache iende isipoende pia kaa hivyo. So side ya content I let it go. Ukienda kutafuta kazi hapa hivi unaambiwa wewe content creator, wewe
rudi kwa watu wa content.
Ni kama unakuja kutuchunguza, unakuja kuturecord, kuturusha. So hii side comedy I work na hii huku I work. So imekuwa tu hiyo pressure. So but unajua polepole unaamuka tu polepole.
Okay. I think was it last year ama sometime this year you were bedridden. I saw that on social media. Ulikuwa hauko sawa, ulikuwa hospitali. What had happened?
Ilikuwa last month.
Yes.
Last month. You pressure mingi ya content huku side gine you work. Na pia society inakuangalia wewe ni content creator, wewe tunakujua huko nje. So unajua double pressure. So kuna siku collapse hapo. Nikajikuta tu niko hospitali.
Ulikuwa nyumbani?
Nilikuwa nimeenda kuchota maji, kuingia hivi kwa nyumba. Nimeona giza.
Then you blacked out. So kaenda hospitali?
Hata nilijikuta tu hapo.
Okay.
Ni jirani walinipeleka.
Na venye uko hospitali wakakwambia, wakafanya matests. What was the diagnosis?
Hawakuniambia. Unajua after hapo nilidungwa shindano nikapewa dawa. Walikuwa wamenipima already. But hawakuniambia ni nini shida. Waliniambia ni kama uko na ka pressure.
It was probably pressure. Ndio ilikuwa imekufanya unapata proper blackout.
Juu kitu unafanya comedy, I work na huku ukienda kutafuta unaambiwa. Kitu napenda unaona ikienda. So mambo ilikuwa mingi. Ukikuja unatafuta pia hao promoters hawakuitie performance
na kuna
unaona Chelsea tu blue tick.
Aya. Even ndio zinaitwa siku hizi Zulu.
And normally as he's talking, I think many of the points we are confirming here.
Yes.
I saw one person saying we should pray for our children that they don't die on their way to look for a better life.
Oh.
When they're trying to look for a better life, that they actually arrive there. You can see a young man who is actually trying to get a better life.
Yes.
Because I have a few pointers that I've worked with, many of the people I've worked with. One of them is, if you depend on art, because Africa, we are yet to systematize art. In the West, it is systemic already. Coaches are there, schools are there, academies are there. The African market is not yet there.
Yeah.
So how to compensate is find another skill you are reasonably good at.
Yeah.
Make it your day-to-day job until the other one picks momentum to carry you away. Before your music, and we can remember, art is very emotional. It gets you obsessive.
Yes.
Some people here have books full of hour.
Yeah.
They have written songs. They are full. They burn with it.
Yes.
They've written jokes. They pick. You know, when you love something, it obsesses you.
Yeah.
Mikali, let me tell you, I did not know that you can control your obsession and tame it until your money life can catch up. Because this life revolves on money. You need survival. You need to pay your bills. Your dignity, your food, your survival, your well-being needs money. Yes. And you need to organize your career to include money life there. I was telling people the other day that being a woman is 10 times harder than being a man. Actually, this is a man's world. Women just live in it. Sorry. I didn't mean to discourage you.
Unajua tuko na wimbo ya Who Runs the World.
And who is it? It's kama sio men when mfute.
Tujaribu hiyo kitu. Who runs the world? Yes. Haya.
So the following are statistics together with your lyrics. Let me bring my statistics.
Yes, please.
Women have only started voting in the US, first world country, 105 years ago.
Yeah.
That's the first time women voted. Women have only owned bank accounts 50 years ago. Actually, 1974, not yet quite somewhere there. I just want you to know, before women could determine who will lead a country, before women could self-determine, buy land, own anything, they had to have their husbands, the fathers, approval.
Yeah.
For it's not the first time that women are catching up. I went that direction to tell you, for men it can be this hard, but I want you to imagine for female comedians now. Whereby already we have a bias that women are not allowed to compete with men.
Yeah.
If you're in any industry that is performative and it is obsessing you, I want you to calculate the following and compensate. In that article, in that discussion, I was telling women, the way to compensate is secure your money before you secure a man. The leading cause for poverty for women is marriage, childbirth with the wrong people. You keep a guy in your home who is only increasing bills, who is only increasing babies, who is only increasing stress, who is only increasing blood pressure, who is only reducing your friends, reducing your bank balance, reducing your kitchen balance, increasing your teenage balance. Sorry. People consume you, bring you stress, and you just want to say you're in love. One of the things I love with this young man is that he's taking time to build himself without burdening himself. I have not heard him saying, this woman had broke me, this one left me, the other one did this. You know, because the way we have emotional, art is very emotional. We usually want somebody there to enjoy the feelings. I want to encourage you, look for a craft that you can perform. What I was telling women there is, because society is already underrating you. I heard one lawyer say, unfortunately, the 100% of his legal team is women. And he did not design it. Whenever he does interview, women are outperforming men by 30 to 40 points. Oof. Impossible to compensate. He said, if it was only 5 or 3 points, I might do gender. But if these people are just so clear-cut, 30 to 40 points, I wanted somebody with 170, boys are starting at 120, girls are 150. You know, it's very hard. Just to tell you, women, that's the only way you are going to survive yourself. Secure your way. And as a comedian, because we're a special group, just like women against men are just so disadvantaged. Comedians against professionals, licensed, who have a board and unions and a court too, and people defending their rights and their salaries and bargaining for them. Comedians have no CBA, collective bargaining agreement, and nobody has gone to bargain for them. The only way to safeguard your back, to make sure you don't go down and give up. The way he says, sometimes you feel so stressed, you even collapse, you black out, you don't know which way, is control your feelings and do something so Mikali, just remember money and manual. Look for something manual. Something you do with your hands that does not depend so much on feelings, but by the side you can still create your thing. That could be a very simple thing, like you're very good in editing. Just get a few people to edit for, and they give you a gig you're very good at, you can many comedians are very entertaining. And if you put a stand somewhere to sell something, you can entertain. You actually chatty. You know that?
Yes.
You're creative. You can sell something, and people will actually connect the fact that you're putting effort instead of just sitting home and begging. I like the way he said he sat at a kibanda to eat, and some people are saying, "Oh, wewe ni celeb mtaani, mbona unakula kwa kibanda?" He put and forgot about them. Continue his business.
Yeah.
When nowadays mature people, when they see you trying, they appreciate it. They don't shame you. Instead of sitting there waiting for breakthrough, miraculous breakthrough. One day I'll get a big show at Churchill. One day I'll appear on TV. It will be the day I'll get millions. Instead of waiting for that,
yes.
Start small. If I become like Mwikali, if only I get Mwikali has several shows. I wonder where did she, Mwikali, what is the secret? Can you mentor me? People are trying to say, Mwikali carry me because for way to get shortcut. What about Mwikali? I know this girl. She did not tell me to tell, but I know she has sold things. This girl has been supplying no more things too. Go online, sell shoes or what. I don't know what to, but I could catch her in the business of business. No more business. That is not so much on screen, just supplying stuff. That's what I'm talking about. In between the gigs, because sometimes you have seasons as artists. In between, what can you do? What can you supply? What can you sell that you can do? Me, I used to teach a lot of tuitions. I used to coach kids with mathematics or whatever I was good at. Have my tuitions ongoing. In between, I'm building my career here. I'm building this one here. If your holiday comes and there's a lot of demand for transport where you have gone, hey, do some transport, get some money for yourself. A time comes, I was in the city, I was studying University of Nairobi, and people wanted to buy phones for Nairobi t-shirts. So I became a broker. I can buy phones for them and send it to them, make my cut, print t-shirts for them, brand the pen, brand whatever, because I'm near the source and I know I can be trusted. I just use my character. They can send my money, I want to disappear with it. Yeah. I can buy them the phone. If you are that trustworthy person, stop staying there and crying. Tell people, but hey, I do miniban services. Next time, oh, we want this t-shirt, tell us, and you put your cut and they pay you your cut. I've done that, Mwikali, until this other career could fully carry me. Yes. Please look for something you can do as the artwork builds. Absolutely. Art goes by reputation. Yeah. Don't depend on it, and the rent is every month, and you can't tell where you get the next one. Before that becomes due, look for whatever you can endure. You may not enjoy it completely. You may not enjoy selling samosa, chapatis, doing salon plating hair, supplying things, getting handbags, putting them on your status, posting things, shoes, getting these good shoes, or just using your social media to sell that suit and sell it to the cart or whatever, something. Or it may not be your real long-term thing, but do it with the passion. Tell people you can do that thing. Some of you have such a good voice and you only use it to call you a bye. Hey, bye, mtu wangu. Bye, can't pay you. Use your voice. Use your voice to do some good voiceover. Yeah. To do something that people, imagine if you just do in the background, you're telling, so when I woke up this morning, and you're using that voice, we enjoy listening. People are just hypnotized by just listening. The content is shallow, but the voice is entertaining. Sell that, and you find that your YouTube is growing, and people are inviting you to come and do some. I used to do MCing gigs, just MCing or whatever, and I just download jokes. Nowadays we have AI. It can gather jokes for you that are contextual. You contextualize them. Yes. I'm just saying, Kali, while you are a startup, while you are beginning, before you are known, before you are respected, find something to survive. Yes. You may not enjoy it fully, but you can do it in the meantime.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll open up the floor. Our audience have definitely questions for you, Dante. Uko tayari? Yeah. Yes, that's all. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Elevate Show. Now, something interesting that you said, Zulu, that relates to a conversation that happened a couple of weeks ago. We'd gone to this embassy as actors, tumeenda kutafuta funding. So hatukuwa tunatafuta funding. Hiyo wametuita tufanye kazi, right? And then we asked them, so what are other opportunities, What are other opportunities for us as artists? And they said, really, this is a one-off, guys. We usually don't do this because there's no way to quantify the impact. It's a truth.
A polite beast.
So they do roads. It's like we can show the road moved from here to over there. We can change a livelihood of a community by probably economic, and we can put up biasharas, we can put up vibandas for them. But for art, tutafanya aje? Hatuna kitu ya kuonyesha.
To report impact.
Yeah. It's sad. But it's okay. Tunapiga hii kitu bado, Dante. Usanii, si ndio? Very nice. Okay. The floor is open, guys. We'll start with you, Onesimus.
Well, thank you. I am Onesimus Karari. Now my question goes to Dante. There is a misconception that artists usually abuse drugs. And they go on stage, having taken alcohol. What is your take on that? And the next question is about as an artist and godliness. How close are you to God? Maybe when you are going to on stage, do you pray?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. By the way, nikianza hata mpaka saa hii nikiingia kwenda kuperform lazima nijifiche mahali niombe. Ndio ni perform. Unajua unaenda pale ufeint tu ama upande mlima. But kisha ambia Mungu guide hapa. Acha nifanye hiki kitu ndo napenda.
Okay.
Atakuguide.
That's true.
Hiyo ya wasanii kutumia drugs. Hiyo inakuanga. But si lazima ulewe ndio uende uperform. Kama ni kitu unapenda, mbona ulewe sasa? Fanya tu na hiyo passion. But hiyo ya kulewa
it's not your portion.
Ati uneno perform kama umelewa. Ukianguka hapa ama maneno ikatae kutoka. Sio utakuwa umejipandisha mlima.
Kweli. Sasa tuko na swali nyingine.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Mrembo mcheshi Kananu Catherine. A question to squeeze Dante. Now, during those ups and downs, your promoters have disappeared, broken deals, you have done some gigs that you are not paid. What is that thing that drove you, like that which kept you going? And who has stood with you all this time? Like there's somebody you can say, this person has been with me from start up to now. They have held my hand up to now. And I can always say thank you to them. Do you have such a person?
Yes. Okay. Kitu nafanya niendelee kufanya hii kitu ni passion. Lilianza juu ni kitu napenda. Hata ukianguka unainuka unaanguka pale mbele pia so mtu ameni support since ni Terence Creative. Terence kuna Terence na cartoon comedian wame support sana. Nikianza cartoon ndio alianza na mimi. So and then Terence always come through. Ananitafutia gigs, ananiita, bro kuja tupige. Akipata hiyo brand ananiita, wewe kuja shoot. Terence amenishikilia mpaka saa hii.
Okay.
So Terence nayo Mungu akubariki sana.
Amen. Tuko na swali nyingine.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
This is Alvin Gumba. For me, I have a question to Squirrel and another question I want to locate it to Benjamin. So my first question is to Squirrel. In the world of arts, kuna kwanga na hii stuff nowadays imekuwa common. Me, from a personal experience, I've been an artist. Na unapatanga if you're called for a gig, those people who are supposed to pay you wanakujanga na ile motive ya if you can't take this amount of money, then we can have another person. Sasa, how do you handle that kind of pressure when it comes to you as an artist being underpaid because of the promoters telling you that if you won't, you will get another person who can do that for you? And the other question now, I'll locate it to Zulu. Zulu, we all know that our mouths, it's a small part, but it has the ability to build or destroy. And so, unapatanga in Kenya, tuseme now in Kenya, fame without money ni kidonda. Junapatanga, let's say for example, you've done your art and all of a sudden you've blown up, but you don't have money. So the issue is, how do you handle those small noises? Unajua kuna unaweza ambua something wenye itaku offend and you start like believing that what those people are saying is what is actually happening. Unaona? How do you handle those type of voices? How do you demean, ama how do you like we bring those down, the negative words? How do you deal with those negative words as an artist?
Okay, about mambo ya payment, unajua inakuanga. Nikisema hii pesa ni kidogo na kwamba sawa niko na wengine hapa
anakutajia hata best yako.
Anambia hata huyu anaweza chukua hata 1,000. So tumepoteza gigs mingi juu ya hiyo. Mtu asikuja anataka control ama maybe kufika kwa venue baadaye anakutoka pia na hiyo maana alikuwa akupea. So sometimes ni kujijua tu, as long unajua wewe ni mkali kuperform, zingine zitakuja tu.
Okay. And I think we can also, Alvin, if you don't want to be replaced, make yourself irreplaceable. So that there's nobody else they can say, ukikataa tutapea nani. Audience demands you.
Yes.
If they want impact, is ni taste ya Alvu anataka. Make it painful for people to play with you. How do you do that? What he has said. Become so distinguished. And Mikali, we don't have enough teachings about mastery.
Yes.
If you remain an amateur, you remain replaceable, you are controlled by job groups, the market forces, the employee, whatever. They actually dango, take it or leave it, because you are replaceable.
Yes.
If you can become a master, it takes 7 to 10 years to master your craft. These early years of 7 to 10 years, that's when you're looking for internship, exposure. You're just taking for the opportunity, but you should not live there forever, because I find people who have lived in their craft still taking, I just want exposure, just want networking, just want exposure, networking. You live poor forever. Mikali, are you aware that people endure the job they hate because it is paying bills? Then they do what they love for free.
Yeah.
Monday to Friday, they do the job they don't feel because it's the one that pays. And then they like counseling, they like sewing, they like making mats, they like embroidery, they like interior design, they like organizing events, they like cooking, they like people. What they love is what they do by the side for peanuts.
Yeah.
And because people know you are very good at it, they don't tell you that, but they just tell you, it's just a small thing. They call it small until you arrive on the ground.
Yeah.
You realize it's really not small. You are the one, you already committed, and it's there. Some of you are such good chauffeurs. Some of these people drive so well, they can drive dignitaries.
Yes.
You see them here.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a way a person can drive, and you see this is not just driving, you're skilled in it.
Yeah.
There's a way a person can cook, and you're like, I'm used to eating ugali and sukuma. What is it with your food? There's a spice I found somewhere. I was trying. How do you find spices in the Carrefour? I don't go there. But I'm told it's called Carrefour. How do you find this called Carrefour? How do you identify? Because yes, there's a passion of catering in me. There's a passion of that, but you don't know how to package it. So, Mikali, the thing is, focus. You should merge your passion with your purpose, your money with your mission. If you keep your money life split with what you want to do in life, you'll always be underpaid and exhausted. And then you come into the weekend, you know, people are making the money from the job, and then they go to use it as a painkiller for the pain of doing the job they don't like. So they go to eat meat and whatever to relief. Then Monday go to enduring. So they hate Monday, love Friday. Monday is the yoke, Friday yoke free. Monday, you know, to go to find a way, Alvin, to merge what you love. Can you imagine? I was trained as a lawyer. Why would I leave law to go to counseling? Those things are not related. Counsel to counselor. Maybe you need counseling.
Yeah.
I could not explain it to anybody because I wanted to have a broader life than the courtroom. I wanted to have a broader life than just legal things. I found law too rigid and fixed, and I wanted the larger space. My energy wanted what we are doing here to inspire people to go further. But law is a universal beginner.
Yeah.
Most of the degrees you do the first one. It's not a degree. Don't be tied in it. It's a beginner. Many of our degrees are just beginners. Take them as that, okay? It's a place to stand and you're respected as a graduate. That's all, okay? Once you're respected that you can read and write, that's all. Now go read right elsewhere. Okay? Some of you are but this is what I studied. No, as long as you have a degree in anything, now you're respectable. Yeah. You have a diploma, cool. Now go do what you love. You know, some of you hate farming. You realize you are a customer of a farmer every day. I don't know, why are we so foolish?
Yes.
We think farming is dirty, but you are buying from farmers daily.
Every day.
Those are the guys who never run out of business. Whether it's COVID, actually it's got privilege, special services. You know, they're in a special category, those guys. The hospitals need food. Everybody needs food. They must keep moving. Some of you can farm so well, but it's shameful. Gen Z, you don't want to be seen you in gumboots, you know. God forbid. It's not presentable. And you guys are so skilled in it. Mika used to say, the only solution, my brother, is mastery. Gravitate to what you love. Start with your career with whatever you are. When some of the clients I've worked with, they left job from KRA, government jobs, and it's permanent and pensionable, and the parents call pastors to exorcise you from demons because you must be going backwards. The witches in the village must have done something on you. Yes. But eventually, after a few years, everybody asks, how did you get to say there's a sacrifice? I had to actually own up to who I am. Some of them are not even changing career, they are changing the company. Yes. Some of these positions are just static. You don't grow, you are paid, but it's not challenge. I've exhausted the challenge. I go to the next one. To the question of what you do now, to this mockery you hear around, people talking things, and you're an artist. Kwa hivyo ni wewe. Kwa hivyo hata maselebu wako hapa. You know, there's a time I was doing boda boda. It's time I did. Yeah, I did that.
Kwa kitabu gani?
And then I carried a customer. When the customer learned that I had studied law, they said, I thought times are bad, but I didn't think that this is... They pitied me. Oh, you know, I thought the economy is bad, but I never did. Lawyers can even do border. But me, I was changing direction from law. I was not really pursuing it. I was changing it. I was in between things, you know. The way you cross the river by stepping on a stone and finding walking styles. You know, when you're crossing, you don't care about the walking style. You just want to get across, isn't it? Some of you are too proper for your own good. You are looking, everything must be proper, assured 70,000 beginning salary. You know, me, I was looking for somewhere to step, show me somewhere to stand, and I show you what I'm made of. Everywhere I spoke, people would say, there's something new, please pursue. Everywhere I appear, they say, I have spoken in schools, and the principal would call the director of the team saying, the mentorship team you came with, they changed my Form 2, the not a class. Can you come back again? Oh, wow. And the team would make sure they bring me back because I'd connect with the children, with the kids, with the boys and girls naturally. I don't even remember what I did. What did you do? I don't know. I'm just myself. You know it's you when it's not a particular thing. I'm so full of content. It just bubbles in me.
Absolutely.
My brother, don't care so much what they say when you're transitioning, when you're changing. Every genius was at some point a crazy person. They were written off. Albert Einstein is only celebrated posthumously. It's only this generation that universally acknowledging him as a genius. Those days he was chased over the traditional schools because he didn't like memorization. He wanted creativity, and he's being given a note. They say that he's uneducable, he cannot fit in class, the mother should find a special school for him. But the mother knew, and the mother read a different story. Just read by saying, your child is a genius, our school's doing him a disservice, find a genius teacher for him or teach him herself. She read other things, which were actually true. You know, I'm just telling you, my brother, sometimes the world will celebrate you later. When Churchill was trying to start comedy industry, his mother or grandmother, one of the parents was still waiting for him to get a job and praying for him to get a government job. He's a teacher. So they're still waiting for their son to get a job. We see you joking there on TV. I said, those jokes are my job. Eh? Yes. Do you know sometimes when you say you are a joker by profession, they think you're actually a joke. You know? Can you get serious with life? Mom, actually, I'm joking seriously. I'm joking.
No.
You know, so today our parents don't know content creator.
Yes.
They don't know what's your salary. Not salary. I mean, it's like business. You know. Yeah. So just to say, my brother, the only solution to bickering words and mockery from people is to persist and believe in what you're going for. And let me remind you so, even if you don't go for it, because some people say 7 years are too long. You're telling me 10 years I'll become distinguished. Usually it's about 10,000 hours. I'm saying when you practice for 3 hours every day, it will take you generally 10,000 or 7,000 is for 7 years is for geniuses. And I used to think I was a genius until it also took me 9.5 years. Until I could be distinguished and incomparable. You know, you've reached there when in a certain niche, they won't find another replacement for you. On that niche, only Mwikali on that category can deliver. And without Mwikali, you're going to struggle to replace her because people like her are few. Whenever you're taking mastery, because people are not paying the price, you'll always become one of a few. You know, Messi was crying that he had lost his job at Barcelona Football Club. But where he was crying when he's on an airplane to go to the next job. And you are joining, so you're also jobless. He is not jobless. He's transitioning. It was just emotional detachment from his friends. Yes. Some people are crying for sentimental reasons. You are crying because you have no money. Some people cry because just missing their friends. When you are a master, like Cristiano Ronaldo, you play in Arabic world where you don't even know their language. And now you're serving the most paying contract in that world of football in the recent years. And he's too old to be paid like that.
Yeah.
He has already surpassed the age that makes sense. But the guy keeps himself fit. He is so good at it. So my brother, that's the only way. Believe in yourself so much that they may hate you, but they have to deal with you.
Yeah, and as I come to the end, sijui Dante, what would be your parting shot? Na pengine kama uko na maplans zenye huku unataka kutu plugins na come through social media handles where we can get your content as well.
Okay, kitu naweza waambia wa support content yenye mi released hapo kwa social media.
Dante, sauti imeenda wapi? Shwali na kwenye Zulu ametoa hapa juu. Tumetoka hapa alafu tukaenda kudush.
Okay. Waniza ingia kwa social media. Wani support content hapo. Mi to everyday. Nimerudi sasa. Unajua sasa
umechangamka.
Nimerudi.
So hiyo social media watafute jina gani?
Squirrel, SQUIRO.
Squirrel. Sasa.
Squirrel. Alafu pia kama kuna brand wanaweza taka ni work nao pia.
Uko available.
Yeah.
Na ma contracts nini manage uko rada saizi. Tunaandikiana kandarasi. Ndio.
So wanaweza nipata hapo kwa social media pia. Namba inakuanga tu hapo.
Fantastic.
Kwa Instagram.
Asante sana Squirrel.
Karibu.
Zulu.
Mwikali, I want you to live for self-actualization. Don't live for job security. You know, people talk about job security.
Yes.
But I want you to know nobody can give you a good paying job and make it permanent. Doesn't make sense. Are they your father?
Yo.
Why would somebody give you such a gift?
Yeah.
A well-paying job that can give you wealth and it's permanent. Use a little bit of common sense, just a small. Stop looking for security from employers. They have no interest in giving you security. They want you to give them security. There's no problem with employment. Mikali, I told you to redefine employment into partnership.
Yes.
What do you think of Jeff Koinange and Royal Media? Is he really just an employee? No. What do you think of Maina Kageni and Classic? Is it just a staff? Sign here, 5 and 8-5. If you are late, we kick you out. Do you think that's how they talk to him? Elevate your game until you are a partner with entrepreneur. If you're not an entrepreneur, become the partner of the entrepreneur. The one who makes their business profitable. They will respect you because they need you to get their money. And they will give you your cut, the right amount. You don't need to. I saw one lady who drives jets, flies all over, and she's just a TV journal personality. She does not own them. She found her niche. You can drive whatever you want, the G-Wagons or Jeff Koinages. You can live whatever life if you find where you belong. Don't come here to entrepreneurship and you don't have the energy for it. It will crash you because entrepreneurship is full of risks. You have tax, licenses, you have to remember whatever this, you have to deal with government, whatever, but it's adventurous and risky. Some of us thrive there. That's where we were created for. But you don't have to come here. I'm just telling you, become so good at your thing and don't look for anybody else to give you security. Give yourself security by ownership. As you work, own shares, own stocks, own land, own shares of companies, own. The idea is ownership, not earning, okay?
Yes.
Because Africa, when we earn better, we elevate, we inflate our lifestyle, we increase our rent, we increase our living, we inflate until we blow it all over. When you are paid better, increase your ownership, not inflation, okay?
Yes.
No, you wear Gucci and you don't own Gucci. Who's the fool here?
Yo.
The owner of Gucci is billionaire. The customers of Gucci, sorry, so we may not want to... You know, I want you to know, by the time you wear a Gucci, you should wear it from the investments, not from your salary. We don't buy toys with our salary. We buy essentials, we invest. Then those investments, they can buy the toy. The Subaru that you want to make a noise with the people for. You want to take girls to Kikope. Meanwhile, it's rent you are using, not salary. Okay? I want to tell you, please, whether you are an artist or whether you're coming from, think of self-reliance and only you can depend on yourself.
Absolutely. I know I said this at the beginning and I said this is for me, but I feel like tunafaa kukulipa. It's been an amazing session. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, Dante. Melan? Yes. Tunatoka kwa earning, tunaenda kwa? Absolutely. That is all we had for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next week. Same time, same place. From myself and the team, Kwaheri.